Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So might have seen there is a news Lightning 3.0 has already been launched in its beta form for now. So you can definitely go ahead and explore. You can see their Lightning page has been updated, but it's not looking so good here. If you see the text is kind of overlapped here and there, but that should be fine. And this is even somewhat aligned or so. I think they are working. The team is working on it, but now you have Lightning 3.0. So this is more of users who are coming from a different framework, let's say a React.js or from Angular, that kind of users, that kind of a developers they are targeting. So it will be easier for them to learn Lightning, because earlier with Lightning 2.0 it was very difficult for developers coming from React or Angular. So it was very difficult for them, but now they have these two flavors. So the one is Lightning Blitz. So this will be using a XML format to kind of somewhat similar to the Android. So they will be using XML to generate their template or to design the UI. The same way we have one more that is called Solid. So this will be using JSX to to design the template, design the UI of your application. So this is in the beta format for now. So you can go ahead and start exploring it. You can see the advantages because they have updated lot of things in Lightning 3.0, like the new renderer. It is very fast, very smooth. So a lot of animations that they have, also multi-threading they have enabled. So a lot of things are there. You definitely go ahead and try out Lightning 3.0. So you will get a hands-on experience about it. But for today we are going to discuss about animations in Lightning JS. So if you see, there is this simple code that they have provided, and you can definitely go ahead and try this out. But today we are going to start with this. We will create a simple animation like this. We see this is a very simple basic animation that today we are going to develop. So without any delay, let's get start. I'll start with playground here. Okay, so I think they have removed an option, a playground from here. So I'll type directly playground and open their playground website here. Yeah. Okay. So here you can see this is just a simple basic example. So I can directly create Lightning applications here. Okay, simple just for demo. So here let's start. So create this kind of an animation. What we need. So to create this kind of animation, first we'll need a rounded rectangle, and then we will try to fill this up with some sort of animations right here. Okay, so first let's try to create a rounded rectangle here. Let's see how do we create here. So if you search for rounded, they will give this kind of a rounded rectangle here. So they are using shaders to create a rounded rectangle. Here you can see I will try to create same way here. So we'll need two things. The first one is a box kind of with a rounded rectangle that will have transparent, it will not have a fill color. Okay, because we have to change the fill color on every interval of time, right? Like a 1 second or something. It depends on your need. So and the other one is the fill, the actual fill, right? Two things we'll need actually. So let's start creating a rounded rectangle. I'll name it as a rectangle. Let's just call it a rectangle for now, and start with let's consider, I'll give let me increase the size of this. I'm not sure if you can see this. I cannot zoom it, but yeah, let's see. So here we'll create a width of 800 pixels here, and height of just 50 pixels, and we'll make it as a true. Okay, so this has created a simple kind of a white color rectangular box here, right? You can see here, because width and height and default color of, if you make a rectangle, default color of a rectangle will be white here. So now we wanted to use shader, right? Because the rounded rectangle was a shader here. So the shader, if you go here, so the shader is the type of lightning rounded rectangle. Okay, so let's go here, let's paste this simple. Okay, I don't need to use this. Okay, you can see now it is somewhat okay. No, but we don't want like this. Okay, so we have to define, okay, this 50, so we have to divide it by 2, that means 25. So height should be 25 to make it, like exact curve. That's somewhat same. Okay, now this is done. So we'll also need to define, okay, so the stroke here. So we'll need a stroke. Consider this is stroke. Okay, the stroke of 5 pixels we want, and stroke color, I think they should have here somewhere, right? Stroke color here. Yeah, this. So we'll be using stroke color. Okay, so alignments are not correct here. Okay, so the stroke color, so what color we can use? We'll try to use blue color here to make it somewhat same. So 05F 50E and then 0 and then okay. So I got this good looking kind of a stroke here. Okay, one more thing. Okay, so till now I think we didn't discuss how to create a separate component for this and how you can use into this file. Okay, I'm already using it here. If you can see, I'm using it inside this hello world.js file here. If you can see, I think I won't be able to rename it for now, so this you can rename in your local project. Here I cannot do that, so let's go here, and I'm already using it. So I want this to be centered line here, so I'm already using some type here. So let's change the x-axis for this, and the x would be 1920 divided by 2 if I do. So okay, 2 is not coming to the center. Let's make it 3. Okay, it's somewhat center, so let's make it y as 1080 by 2. Okay, I think I did a mistake here. It should be colon, not a semicolon here. Okay, it has came somewhat to the center, right? Okay, this is fine for us for now. So this is looking good. Let's move ahead now. So we made it to the center. Now we have our rectangle, this kind of a box. Okay, so the second thing is we need to fill this with this color, right? Okay, for that we'll need one more rectangle kind of a box. So we'll call it as a rect fill. Consider this anything, it doesn't matter. We'll call it as a rect fill for now. Okay, so we have this rect fill. Okay, so we want it to be inside this actually. So now we want it on top of this but inside, so that's why we have kept down to this rectangle. This will come on top of this rectangle. Now we want the same exact width and height and exact same radius and everything here. So let me try simply copying this for now and see what happens. It has created one more radius, one more rectangular box here actually with of the same thing. So we don't want actually these two, stroke and stroke color, but definitely we want this radius. Okay, so now the problem here is it is kind of overlapping because of this, right? So let's do one thing. Let's give it a color here. Okay, so the color will be exactly same color of this one. So we have given the color here. So okay, now it is perfectly filled, right? As you can see here, it is completely filling this out right here, if you can see. Okay, so now we just need to animate this second rect fill, right? We need to animate this. Okay, so that's the main part here. So let's try creating animations here. Let's create init lifecycle event. So there are lot of life cycles event or methods that you call it, right? So there are multiple lifecycle methods that Lightning team has provided. You can definitely go ahead and here if you see, so life cycle events, here we'll be discussing more in depth about life cycle events later on, but here you can take a look. So the first method that will trigger, so construct, then build, then setup, init, attach. A lot of methods are there. You can definitely go ahead and give it a try and look at it. But here today we'll be using init. So init will be are running whenever you kind of initializing this component, or if you see here, and it is like attached for the first time. So here this component will be running for the first time. So whenever it's kind of a created, it has created now. If you want to attach, or if you want to initialize any kind of properties, so you assign it inside the init method for initialization. So I'm going to create an animation here. And how do we create here? So if you go here and look at it, so this is how we can create an animation here. You can see we need to use this dot tag and then dot animations, and we need to define all of these properties that we have, right? So okay, so animation is a method, right? Or that we will be attaching to the object, or maybe to the object of element. This element will be attaching an animation. This animation will be taking one argument, and that will be an object. Okay, so let's start here. And that we need to assign it to a variable, right? So let's create a variable. We'll call it as a loading equals to this dot tag here, and the tag name is rectfill. We want to animate this, right? Yes. And dot animation, it's animation or animations, I feel it's animation. Okay, animation. Okay, animation. So now the other thing is here, so we want to give duration and repeat 0. Okay, so duration we have given, and repeat. Okay, so repeat here 0, that means it won't repeat, right? But we want it should repeat like kind of infinite time. So for that you can give -1, so that will repeat like infinite time. Okay, then the other thing is stop method. Okay, so we don't want any stop method here, right? So, and here now we want definitely an actions. So on what all kind of values it should perform some actions right here. So this actions we are going to give when it's an array, we'll be giving object here. Okay, so the first object, okay, so the p is kind of property or something like that, right? So we can give it like alpha, y, width, height, anything. So we'll be giving p for width. Okay, yes, correct. And then v, so v is the value for like, okay, so v is like a value for interval. So here 0th, what will be the value of y at 0.5, what should be the value of y here, and 0.75, what should be the value of y. So like that we need to give right here. And to start the animation, we just need to call this start method. Okay, into this. Okay, okay, so here we want this value. Okay, for like 10 times or something, right? 10 or 11 times. Okay, let's start with 0. So at 0 this value should be, okay, so we want 800. The 800 is the total width, right? So we have to divide it by 10, so it should be like 80. So every time it should be 80, right? So 80 into, initially for 0 it should be 0, I want it to be 0. And then at 0.1 I want it 80 into 1, right? And then the same way, so for 0.2 it should be 80 into 2, and 0.3 it should be 80 into 3. So likewise we want, let me just, it should be 9. Okay, so now the last one we should have is like a 10. That means at 1 we should have 80 into 10, it means 800. Simple. Okay, so now our animation is created. We just need to call start. Okay, here, so okay, it has started, but it's loading too fast. Okay, because of the duration here, let me change the duration to 5. Okay, yeah, I think this is looking good, right? This is just a basic or simple animation, okay, that we have just created using the lightning JS, and it's looking a bit cool as well, right? The way it is animating, and it's very easy. You can see here, And also there are a lot of properties that definitely you can use for animations. If you come down here, okay, and if you go to Lightning Core, we have this animations here. So for attributes you have this delay. So let's say if you have multiple animations, or you don't want animation to start quickly, so you can give some delay to the animation, like anything. The default value is 0. Repeat, so they have given -1, that means infinite. 0, that means no repeat, it won't repeat. And greater than 1, that will repeat for that number of time. And repeat delay. So so let's say if you're repeating that animation, so on every time it will repeat, so how much delay you want, right? So that kind of a thing you can give. Repeat offset actions we just given, right? So the action that animation should follow that they have given. So for y this should do this, for width this should do this. So that kind of an actions you can give. Stop method, so when, like, what should be the behavior, right, whenever the animation stops. But in our case we have given -1, that means it will never stop, it will continuously run. So we don't want stop duration, stop delay. So a lot of things are there here. If you can see, you try to use here and explore them by yourself. Here you can see we have created this good looking animation. Also, I have created a very simple kind of a game, snake game, that you might have seen with other technologies like JavaScript. We have created and we have been using. So here I have created using Lightning JS, this simple and basic snake game. So if you press left, right, up, down, this will eat and this will keep on growing. So this is all using the animations I have created. So you can give it a try. The score is also updating. Definitely it has some bugs. It's not perfect as such, but yeah, you can give it a try. You can look at this, how it is being created. I'll give the link of this application of my GitHub repository. You can give, and as soon as you try it here, if you can see, it's game over, your score is 4, game over. Please enter, press enter, try again. Once you press enter, start again. So I have done some sort of a collision here, like the walls, 4 walls. So over there, if this snake collides, so the game will over. But if you kind of, the snakes keep on growing, and if the snake eats himself, right? So right now it's not working as expected. So there is a bug, this known bug. So you can but yeah, but you can give it a try. You can take a look at this game, how I have created and how I have used animation for different purpose, not to animate, but to achieve some other things, right? So that kind of a thing. This is the GitHub repository I am using. I'll be giving a link of this snake game as well as this playground link, so you can take a look at this code that we have created using animations, Lightning JS. Okay, this was all about this video. So let's see you in the next video. Thank you.